Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Been a little bit since I've done a video. Figured I'd get one up for y'all today. Something a little bit different than what you usually see on my channel. And we've got this gorgeous ERA beast of a log. I mean, this thing is just massive. Here it is compared to an American 747, and it's not far off from it as size wise. So pretty beefy, and this was sent to me by Peter Lewis. Let's check the dimensions real quick. It is a 60 mil lock with a 11.3 millimeter shackle. So let's call it 11 mil. Just call it 11 mil. So pretty beefy. Not exactly sure what the model number is on this. I know it's a pro grade from what I remember, sprung shackle, and she works beautifully. And it is a dimple with some type of interactive element. It's magnetic, and it's got five pin stacks with pin in pin. So let's give this guy a go. I have played around with it a little bit, and I just got my magnets in that I had ordered the other day. I'm gonna have to shake this around a little bit too. Sorry about that. Let's see, what are we gonna do here? Try right there and see what happens. And I'm going to use an array of different flags. Sorry for the shaky, but I got a small, a medium, and a large flat flag. And I'll be using those, and then of course I've got my homemade tools for the magnetic element, and they're just some old cheap dimple picks that I don't really use no more, and I epoxied a 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter earth magnet on the tip of it. So that's how I will set the magnetic pin. Alright, so let's get into it. I'm going to use the 2 millimeter hooligan bar for a tension bar. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit on that. Again, I apologize for the shaking. Just trying to give you all the best angle possible. See what's going on. Hopefully y'all will be able to see what's happening there. Alright, so let's get after it. So right away, that pin right there you're seeing is pin 2. Pin 1 is up in the Bible at the moment. Alright, there's pin 1 set. Outer pin. And I just go in and feel around, feel for some binding. I just touched pin 3 and got a tiny bit of core movement. Pin 4 is set. Now we're at pin 5. And just go back down the stack again. Alright. A little bit more core movement on pin 4. Alright, so everything feels pretty solid. So now I'm going to check pin 1, which is the magnetic pin, and see what happens here. There we go. So now we got our deep false set. So now we should be just on inner pins. So for that one, I will go with a little bit smaller flag to fit inside the outer pins. A little bit more movement. That was pin 4, I believe. And there we go, pin 5. And that is open. And there you have it. So I have never gutted this one before, so let's it is, there we go, it's still open. So let's go ahead and put this back down so we can try to gut this. Now this will be the first time I've gutted it, so bear with me on the gutting. Of course, I've got a bunch of other stuff on my pinning tray. That's okay, we'll just dump it over here. So we've got this little guy right here, and it's a little bit different than anything I've ever dealt with before. You cannot remove it, but the center part, as you can tell, is you can depress it. So what can I use to depress that? Let's see if this guy will work. So we have to take the shackle out, and I believe we just depress that centerpiece, and there goes the shackle. So that's pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. So now it's locked back up. I need to get that spring out of the way because the ball bearing. Won't you come out? There we go. It's a big shackle spring. And now we can go down there. I believe it's Phillips. Ooh, no, it's a hex. You can see down in there, it's a hex. So, find the tools here. And see, ooh, I'm not going to be able to reach that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it out, guys. And I am not. Because that one's too big, and that's my smallest one. See if I have anything else that might fit down in there. I do not. So this is to be continued, and sorry I couldn't gut it on this one, but I will figure out a way, get it gutted, and tack it on the end of this video. Alright, so I'm back. I figured out a way to get it out. I actually had a little Allen tip that goes in a screwdriver, and was able to get down in there, and we're gonna, oh my god, it's tight. Put too much Loctite in there. Yeah. Long-winded sucker. I think we got it. Yes. Bring my tray back over here. Still got the spring in there, so it's pushing down on the screw. There we go. And we are in. There is the core. That's what she looks like inside. And here is your core. Nice big core. Looks like we got some Phillips heads. I have to get a smaller Phillips. And before I remove that all the way, I want to put a little mark on here so I know which way to orient this when I put it back together. And I'll zoom in here a little bit when I start taking the pins out. So there's that. Alright. That's interesting. Look at the back of the core. I would imagine that's just a stopper for the key. Indeed it is. That's just a stopper for the key so it don't insert too far. Interesting. And then we need a follower. There we go. So here's what it looks like. We got some drill protection there in the front, And your first pin is brass outer pin, and the rest are steel pins. Interesting. I would imagine they had to do it that way for the magnetic element. So when I take the key out, there's your magnetic element, and it's spring loaded. It's got a spring under it, and then when you insert the key with the magnet, it pulls it down into place. Very cool. Alright, so let's zoom in a little bit so y'all can see. So, pin number 1. Okay, so there is no outer pin. That's just an insert. That piece does not come out. That is just an insert. So your spring goes in first, and then your magnetic pin. Pin 2. Pin 3. Pin 4. Pin 5. And where's my tweezers? There they are. Let's orient these properly. Alright, now let's see what's upstairs. Very interesting. That's your top pin for number 1. It's got a little dimple in the bottom of it with a spring attached on the top. Oof. Wow. This is very intricate. So inside of this is the outer top pin, and as you can see there's serrations with the spring, and then down the center you have your center pin with another spring, and that's all inside the outer pin and spring. So, like so. This is a very interesting lock. I like it. And again, same thing. See how that one come out? That one came out. And it's all inside of that bigger spring. And last but not least, spring came off of that one. Yeah, I put that in the first one in the wrong spot. Go. That's what the inside of the core looks like. Straighten these out just a touch. The spring's got a little crossed. Oops. Spring. Anyways. Alright, so let's take a closer look at this. Very, very cool lock. I enjoyed picking this very much. Sorry for the shakiness. But as you can see, these are your bottom pins with your magnetic element in position 1, and then up top, what's going on here? Your serrated drivers. Come on, focus. Focus, please. There we go. So serrated drivers up top with your internal pins within them, and number 5 is still sitting inside of the outer pin. Alright, there you have it. I hope y'all enjoyed that, and thanks for joining me. If y'all like that, please smash that like button and subscribe. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And yeah, y'all have a good one. Peace.